All right, if you've been running a video business for a while, you've probably heard at least one of these before. Your price is too high. Let me think about it. We're too busy right now. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the 3 most common objectives that you will face as a video business owner and exactly how to handle these objections without sounding pushy or desperate and making sure that you land these projects every single time. And if you can't learn to handle these objections properly, you're going to keep hearing no from all your potential clients who could have been great clients to work with. Objection 1, your price is too high. It's a bit out of my budget. What can we do to actually work this out? This is hands down the most common one. And if you're constantly hearing that your price is too high, you're probably pitching to the wrong clients. And what I mean by that is for someone to buy from you, they need to be willing and able to actually pay for your product. I see this all the time. Filmmakers and students that come into my program are charging $500 for these $3,000 plus absolute masterpieces that they create, but they were only charging $500 simply because the client just couldn't afford the bigger package. And the thing is, it's not that your work isn't good enough, but it's only just because the client doesn't have the budget. And that's the moment when you hit that wall, you need to take a step back and ask yourself, who are the people that you're targeting? And that is the thing you need to ask yourself, especially if you're pitching to these corner shop cafes or your local shops around your area, whatever it be. But those small businesses don't have a lot of money flowing, and you need to be targeting industries that do have a lot of money flowing. Real estate, healthcare, high-end brands, construction, lifestyle businesses. These industries value content because they know attention drives sales in 2025 and beyond. So why would they not start creating content today and get as much content as they possibly can? Now, if someone can afford it, but still says you're too expensive, that's a value problem, not a pricing problem. And that exact moment needs to tell you that you haven't yet shown why that video matters to their business. If you can confidently say, hey, this video can bring in over $30,000 of additional revenue to your business, why would they say no? Because they're charging 8 to 15 grand isn't an expense. It becomes an investment for their business. So stop thinking like just a camera operator. You're more than someone who just stands behind the camera and films videos. And I say this all the time, and I probably sound like a broken record, but you need to become a problem solver in their business, a modern filmmaker, someone who actually solves problems and delivers outcomes rather than delivering just a video. That's when you'll build a really, really good relationship with your clients, and that's when they will keep booking you every single time. Objection 2, the classic, let me think about it. I think we've all been there. I'm very confident that we've all been in the let me think about it dungeon, and it's not a good place to be. And it pretty much almost translates to no, but I just don't want to say, let me think about it. So every time you get that objection, that's exactly what they're saying. And when you hear this, don't panic or don't worry. It just means that they're unsure about something in the process. And so here's exactly what I say. Totally understand. It's a big decision and I want you to make the right call for your business. But usually when someone tells me they need to think about it, it means I didn't do a great job explaining how this will actually help you. So what part doesn't feel clear yet? And this question sort of clears the air. It opens up everything, and being able to put that out there, they feel a lot more comfortable in actually telling you maybe a part in the process they don't feel as unsure about, or they don't really know what's going to actually happen. And that's when you can really define yourself and break that down. And if they still say they just want time, what you need to say is, we're booking out really fast. We need to lock in another call before I get booked out for the rest of the month. And I'd love to lock in your spot for early next month, whenever the time may be. But just sort of figure it out on their timeline and make sure you add some urgency, because without urgency, this is going to get dragged on. And so make sure you then book in another call on the spot, because then you can actually lock in the next call to hopefully close them for the project. Objection 3, we're too busy right now. And this one is, I feel, a little bit bullshit. It's sometimes real and it's sometimes not. And these clients just kind of say this to also dodge the whole idea of actually getting a video done. And if a client says, we'll start when things slow down, I'll say, I understand you're a busy business owner, but quick question, how much time do you think this will actually take from you? A lot of these business owners assume content creation will take a week's worth to film, but in reality, you can film a month's worth of content in half a day. And make sure you present that to your client, because especially if you're freeing up the client's time, they are willing to pay you more for that. And once they realize that, it's no longer a time issue. And if they still say they're too busy, flip it on them. Honestly, being busy is genuinely the best time to start, because we have so much content that we can capture with all your processes and systems happening currently at the moment. So let's document all that. Let's showcase that in a video. And when things do start to slow down, you won't have as much to film. So how can we create as much content as possible today? And that line, especially in our media business, has turned so many no's into yeses, because it genuinely is the best time to start creating. If you've got everything going on and you're extremely busy, it's so good to showcase how big your warehouse is, how full it is, and all the things moving around and stuff. Whatever the processes are in that business that are great to document, that's what you want to film. If they don't have many trucks going in and out, or whatever the business may be, you don't have as much to document, and that doesn't also look as good for the business because they're not as busy. So that's the perfect time to start. And remember that most objections can actually be flipped into selling points, because you can use those pain points as ways to actually motivate them to get the video done. So there you go. There's 3 client objections that you're almost guaranteed to hear from your clients. And look, if you're stuck doing 5 to 10K months with your video business and you feel like you've hit a ceiling, this This is exactly what I teach inside of the Modern Filmmaker Blueprint. We'll help you get really clear on your offer, build authority, and land those 5 to 10 grand plus projects consistently. And so if you want to learn more about how you can grow your video business, DM me Film on Instagram. I've left my link down in the description. Go onto Instagram, whatever you want to do. Just send me the message, DM me Film, and we'll have a chat about your content creation journey or whatever you're doing with your video business. I want to be able to help you guys out. And if you aren't wanting to have my help, well, continuously watch my YouTube videos and just benefit off my content, because I'm going to keep posting either way. But I did hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're able to get some sort of value out of it, because that's really what I'm here to do. If I can give you guys any sort of value at all, I want to do it through these sort of videos. But that's it from me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you very soon. See you guys.